Hey, Sal.
You want to talk about Cairo?
Yes.
Cairo's in Egypt.
Yes, it is. I have wanted to go see the pyramids in Egypt for years, and I've finally decided to pull the trigger on that. And we went to Egypt.
We were there for, I guess we were in Egypt about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But we spent, I'm going to say 7 days in Cairo overall.
Well, we spent the 5 first days were in Cairo, and
let's just talk about Cairo.
right. The first day we did the Egyptian Museum, that has just, thousands of artifacts, over the last 5,000 years from all the different sites. They don't leave all this stuff inside the pyramids. They've taken them out and just amazing. I love the hieroglyphics. Just, you see walls and stone tablets, and so that was just outstanding. So
that's a big museum, and it's take a day because you're gonna do a lot of walking, and you're gonna see a lot of neat things, but it's a little fatiguing because it's big. It's big.
Yes, and it's easy to head the wrong direction, see things twice. Multiple floors, and one of the rooms, you have this 60-foot statue on one side, and stuff just everywhere.
Yeah, it's like they put everything they had, they have it on display.
Right.
There's no storage room there, apparently.
Yeah.
So it's a little difficult to kind of navigate, I guess, the objects. But it's such an amazing opportunity to see that museum. Really great.
Every time I've been in any museum, anywhere in the world, the Egyptian section has always been my favorite.
Yeah.
And I've seen so much of it. I'm like, what's left in Egypt? All of these museums have just huge amounts. Obviously nothing compared to what we saw here, but so I was really glad I got here.
Cairo is chaos. It's a crazy, wild city with tons of cars. And if you're not used to being in a major metropolitan area, it's crossing the street was a little challenging.
The lines on the road mean nothing. If your car will fit, then that's a new lane.
Yeah.
It just didn't matter. We stayed near.
We were pretty close to the museum.
Yeah, there's
Tahrir Square.
Yeah, Tahrir Square, and we're trying to cross one time, and they have fences lining some of the sidewalk. So it's like, well, why? People jaywalk all over, but we were actually sitting there for a good 5 minutes, and finally we just followed a man as he crossed, because and you just walk between lanes, and cars drive by, and you walk the next one, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of horn honking. It's just fascinating there. It's dusty because it's on the edge of the Sahara.
Right.
When we first arrived, it was quite. There was a lot of air quality issues, so the vistas weren't so beautiful. It was really.
Yeah, on the second day we went out to Giza to the pyramids, and it was. I was disappointed. Easiest way to put it. It was. Dusty, there's 7 million cars, you're on the edge of the desert, so between, a little wind comes up, and so we could barely see all 3 pyramids, all 3 major pyramids. There's 9 of them altogether. The one in the back would just almost not be able to be seen. So it was, we went inside. I climbed up, you bent over, you're not standing up going on this.
In one of the big pyramids.
One of the big pyramids, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, we did see some stuff. I was glad I was there, but I knew, and we were going to come back. I knew that as well. So.
We also went to I'm sorry.
No, yeah, then that was our second day. Third day, we took a tour to some of the other pyramids. Those are not the only pyramids. They have a step pyramid, they have the red pyramid, a couple others. I don't remember the names.
Saqqara,
right. So when we just took a day tour.
That was actually really interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Because we were able to go into some tombs, and that's where that was, right?
Yeah.
And it was fascinating, and they had really amazing carvings. It was very well worth it. I really enjoyed that. It was kind of out in the country, and that was nice too because it was a little less congested,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's probably 25 miles south of Cairo. And we just took a tour. I mean, we weren't going to try to figure that out on our own.
So here's what happened. We got to Cairo. When we got up in the morning, the first morning, we started walking around just to see if we could get a cup of coffee or kind of get the lay of the land. And the first thing that happens is this man, Omar, comes up and he's like, hey,
Right.
how are you? And we ended up booking a couple of tours with him. He just had a guy he knew that was a driver who took us around, and the guy spoke English. So he was totally affordable and completely reliable, and we had a great time, and
Yes.
our driver was fantastic and really thoughtful. It worked out really great. I don't always like to do that. Sometimes I like to hold off and kind of get a sense of what's going on, but this totally turned out.
Right. You just don't know. And, I guess knowing what I know now, would I have gone with the first guy who talked to me? No. But
Right.
Omar worked out really well. So,
Yeah.
because the third day we did a city tour, and that was with Omar.
Yeah.
And he took us to the Muhammad Ali Mosque. Citadel.
Yeah.
And we, spent a couple hours walking around that. Unfortunately, it has this, wall, and you're looking out across the city. And it would have been beautiful. I mean, if we would have gone back there on a clear day, I think it just would have been fantastic. But it was just so dusty. It was difficult. Even though the mosque itself was beautiful, the views that you would expect, I guess,
Yeah.
were disappointing.
Yeah.
So
And we went to the Coptic area of Cairo, so we were able to see some Christian churches and a cemetery, and
Yeah.
it was nice. There were no cars, so it was really quiet. It was almost like a little oasis there because you're just blocked off. There's just no traffic, and it was
right, yeah.
relaxing. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
that's another
interesting.
thing. All the places we went, museums, the Coptic area, there's these barricades with a guy behind it, with an AK-47 behind it. So they are very safety conscious.
Yeah.
So obviously nothing happened when we were there. It's rare, but they are certainly prepared if something would to come up. So it was nice to see that.
They X-ray your bags.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they checked your bags when you're going into obviously the museums and
Or I guess they're
even the
metal
Coptic area.
detectors.
Yeah, metal detectors. You're walking
Yeah.
through, and sometimes they'll ask you to open the bag, and but very easy to get around, very quick.
We took
Sure.
Uber when we were there, and that
Yeah.
worked out really well for us. There's no need to speak Arabic or for them to speak English because they know where you're going. You don't have to negotiate
Right.
pricing. So, sometimes your taxi drivers might want to negotiate with you, and we didn't really always want to do that. So
Yeah.
that worked out really well,
Yeah.
actually. Oh, I loved Cairo. It was crazy. It was an amazing experience. I would definitely go back, and I would definitely recommend.
Yes, I definitely agree. A lot of definitely there.
Yeah.
So yes, Cairo is nice. It was a bit of an adjustment getting used to the culture. You walk into the store and no prices are marked, so you're haggling out of the gate. So
Yeah.
we overpaid a little bit here and there, but and does the $100 mean that much to us? No. We had a good day, we had several good days, so it was always nice. And once you got used to it, it actually became fun. But that wasn't while we were in Cairo. It was after we left Cairo. You kind of, okay, I understand now. It's,
Yeah. The way that the touts work is they'll say, "Hello, where are you from?"
Right.
And they're just starting a conversation, and then if they overhear you talking about going someplace to get something to eat, or if they imagine that you need directions, they'll offer to give you directions or walk you to wherever you're asking to go.
Yeah.
But they'll always want to make sure that you stop by their cousin's perfume, papyrus, rug shop, something on the way. And that's, how that goes. You
Every
just have to
taxi
be,
driver did it, and we just said, no, we're not going to do that. And they were okay with it.
yeah.
But, it's like, no one's driving you somewhere you don't want to go.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, you just have to decide if it's something that you are interested in doing, and just
Right.
know that they need to make a living, and that's what they're trying to do, and
Yeah.
it's totally fine. Be prepared.
I have 4 papyrus paintings, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. I mean, you know, I have some of the tourist ones too, and you can tell it's just like a Xerox on a piece of paper, where the other ones are just, I mean, really nice. I'm really glad I did it. You know, looking back, it's like, yeah, I could have bought the cheap ones, but the ones I got were, you know, and I probably paid $60 for it, so, and who knows what I could have got it for. That was like the second day in Cairo, we just weren't quite accustomed to it.
Yeah.
But they are nice, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go back to Cairo. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Thanks,
Okay.
Brad.
Thanks, Al.